Hi there, this is Theresa. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a current subscriber, welcome. If you are new, we are going to see what is it that you need to know at this time. Keep in mind, this is going to be a general collective reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, we're going to see where you're at now, what's the blockage, and what's been hidden, and what's going to be the outcome for you. I'm going to use the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. All right, what does the collective need to know? What do they need to hear? All right, where are you at now? Where's the collective at now? Completion, closing door number 5. What is the blockage or the obstacle? Whoop. The drifter, experiencing life as it comes, number 14. What's being hidden? What's being hidden? Whale song number 61 resonating. And what's going to be the outcome? You're getting 2 for the outcome. All right, your outcome is Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix, number 24. You're also getting preparing Netcaster preparations come to fruition, number 42. 24 and 42, that's interesting. It's inside out reversal on that one. All right, so closing door, something is coming to an end for you. Let's just get some tarot and find out what's coming to an end, what door is closing for you. Going to be different for everyone, but let's just see with the tarot. What is this closing door energy? Something is ending for you. What is this closing door energy? Number 5 could be significant. The month of May could also be significant. What's closing for the collective? What's closing? The King of Cups. Okay. Hidden at the bottom of the deck is the 3 of Pentacles. It could be a job that you love. It could be a person that, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, somebody that you loved. Maybe you're closing the door on them. You're completing a cycle. Give me 2 more on this. Okay, 3 more. Okay, yeah. It looks like this, it could even be a friend. You're holding back. You're no longer holding on to this maybe connection. You're deciding to walk away. Okay, so we have the drifter. So you're experiencing life right now. This is part of your blockage, that you're being forced to experience something in your life with this closing. So why is the drifter here? You're being asked to just go along with the current of the situation, but you could be feeling like you're trying to block it, or you're not wanting to keep letting this go. You could be still holding on. Maybe you, like if you've had a breakup with somebody, you have walked away from them, but yet you're still energetically or trying to still hold on to it for some reason. Maybe you're trying to keep them in the friend zone instead of in a relationship. You're being asked to experience life as it comes. You're being asked to drift away from the situation. Yeah, you're being asked to not give anything with the circumstances. Give me 2 more. Number 14 could be significant. You could be 41. You could be born on the 14th of the month. You're being asked to drift away from it and not give to the situation. You're being asked to be really strong in your virtue. You could be a Leo. Why are you being asked to drift away from this? You're being asked to not give. You're asking to really maintain control, not to give with the situation, not to hold on to it. There's a sense of depletion, a sense of completion, a sense of heaviness and burden, and you're being asked to accept that this is an ending. There's a defeat here. Okay, so for your hidden is the whale song. So let me look this one up in the book, because I'm not sure on this one. This is about harmonizing and resonating. It says, sometimes you forget the moments of humanity, your truest desires, because you become earthbound and calculated, striving and doing. You get overstimulated by the chase, and what's exposed, you forget what's in your heart. It's time to jump into the water and play. Be reminded of your creative self. Collaborate impulsively and sing and seek harmony. So the whale song is about coming back to what does your heart truly want and desire when it comes to your life. Why is the whale song coming up for the collective? Why is this here? You could be 61 years old, born on the 16th of the month. Why is the whale song here? You're being asked to pursue something, to take action on something that you want. Maybe even communication. What is this? There's the truth. Justice. We've got the devil that came out. Okay, so you may be asked to recognize that you were pursuing something that maybe was not healthy. Maybe the communication wasn't effective. But closing the door on it with this. There could be a negative pattern or belief when it comes to your situation. So your outcome is the divine matrix and preparations come to fruition. So let's clarify with the tarot on this. Why is the divine matrix coming out? Why is the galactic mushroom coming out? Number 24. You could be 24 years old, 42 years old. You could be born on the 24th. Why is this here? Why is the divine matrix here? The Empress. Okay, you could be a Taurus, you could be a Capricorn, Libra, you could be dealing with that sign. Give me two more. Seven of Wands and the Six of Wands. You're being asked to close a cycle out. I'm going to look at this galactic mushroom in the book, number 24. Complexity of life. There's so much complexity that the human mind cannot comprehend all the moving parts. It's impossible to see beyond what you already know, just as the head of a mushroom is clearly visible above the soil, but not the living bloom that's below. This is letting you know that something in different life formation is below the surface that you don't see. Just like the internet, you don't see the internet interconnections of it. Spirit is wanting you to see this ending, this door that's closing in your life. You're not meant to hold on to it because you're actually being pushed away from it. You're being protected from it because there's something else that you're supposed to be recognized. There's something else you're supposed to go towards that's more victorious, something that will feel nurturing, will make you feel your best version. What is this net caster? Let's clarify this net casters, because there's something that you desire that maybe you've casted your net, but it's going to come into fruition. It's what's below the surface you don't see. What is this net caster? Why is the net caster in the outcome? You're being asked to trust whatever's happened recently in your life. The circumstances are working in your favor. You don't see it yet. What is this? Okay. Well, we've got the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So what you don't see potentially clearly yet is that you're going to have something that's going to be long-term, everlasting. You're not supposed to take any action of keeping this door open. You know, like sometimes when you're going in a store and you push the door and then somebody catches the door behind you, but you didn't really know that they were behind you. It's kind of like that type of energy. Like, let the door close and don't catch it. Don't try to catch it because it's not meant to stay open. And you maybe are somebody, and yes, common courtesy is to hold the door for other people. But in this situation, you're not meant to hold that door or catch that door for that other person. You're meant to clearly see that there is something else that you desire emotionally, that's for the long term, that is trying to come up, but like that mushroom where you don't see the bottom interwoven of what's rooted, what's underneath, you don't see something else is going to pop up that leads to this Ten of Pentacles. And you don't see it now. It's being prepared below the surface, but there has to be a clearing of this door that is trying to close. This has to happen for that soil to bring up this new thing, which leads you to this Ten of Pentacles. And whatever it is, you're going to have victory and success with it. What is let's see if we can clarify what this is. Is this a relationship? Is this a job? What is this? There's some type of recognition here. What is this? Oh, whatever this is, your intuition already knows what it is. That you've been sacrificing a lot of yourself for, if it's a job, you've been sacrificing for this company, this employer that does not see your value and worth, and you were maybe fired and let go of, but you're still holding on to being friends with the boss or being friends with the coworkers. You have to let that go. If it's a relationship that came to an end and you're still trying to at least be friends with your ex, your intuition is saying you need to stop sacrificing yourself and just let it go. Completely let it disappear. When you do, this is the Empress. You come into full maturity. You come into full recognition of whatever it is that you're desiring, whatever your heart is desiring. And now this could be different for different people. For some of you, or most of you, this is a relationship. You're actually closing the door and you're walking away, or the divine has shut the door and you're meant to walk away from it and not be friends with this person. For some of you, it could be a job. All right, let's get some more. I just seen the Strength card wanted to come out. Let's get some more information on this message for the collective. What else do they need to know? What else do they need to hear? Dedication. Stay dedicated to your goals, and your efforts are going to reap success. That is this Empress energy, understanding your value and your worth of what you're working on. You're going to get success. So there's something that you've been desiring to be successful. Maybe for some of you, this is a job and you have to leave one job in order to get the elevated job or the promotion. For some of you, you own your own business and you're working really hard and dedicated. You're about to be very successful. You're going to be recognized for your work. For some of you, it's a relationship that you're wanting something for the long term. You're wanting there to be a long-term relationship. And I do see that happening. You're putting in the work, whatever this is. Action that helps achieve goals, building the path for success. So for some of you, it may even be that you're wanting to physically change your physique. Maybe you don't feel the best version of yourself and you want to get into this Empress energy. Maybe you're closing the door and you're saying, you know what? I'm no longer going to believe that version of myself. I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to make myself feel like I am the Empress 100%. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. It's just energy. But if you put in that work, you're going to get the recognition here and for the long term with that 10 of Pentacles. Give me one more. It's something that you desire. Balance. Juggling too many things at once. Find time for yourself. This is where if you are pouring too much into other people and you're not pouring into yourself, you're creating a lack in one area of your life. So if you're working too much and you're not focusing on your friends or your family, your intimate connections that are close to your close-knit circle, that could suffer. If you're focusing too much on playing but you're not working, your money could be suffering and there's an imbalance. So Spirit is saying you really need to focus on this glow up and balancing everything out with all of your responsibilities and your obligations that you have in your life. All right. Well, let's get some inner peace oracle messages of advice outside of that for you. Give me 1 second here. You could be dealing with, or you could be, water sign, Pisces, air sign, earth sign, air, or water, Taurus, Capricorn, Libra, air, earth, fire, Leo, water, or fire sign. Okay, let's get some inner peace oracle messages of advice. What is the inner peace messages of advice for the collective that needs this message? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear that's going to serve their highest good at this time? All right, what is the inner peace oracle messages? This deck is huge and my hands are so small, it's hard to shuffle it. Okay, number 8, you heal by releasing, not suppressing. What emotions do you need to feel? All right, let's get another one. You could be born on the 8th of the month. Your birthday could be in August. Number 13, breathe. This moment matters most. How can you focus on the moment and appreciate all that is well? And number 21, great awakening. Walk in your truth. Stand firm in your light. How can you trust more of yourself? And the bottom of the deck, what's being hidden, is number 18. Your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more intentional with your choices and live with more purpose? All right, so let's look at number 8 first. You're needing to release, not suppress feelings and emotions. So let's look at 8 in the guidebook. Imagine waking up every morning feeling balanced, centered, and connected to your higher self and source energy. What if you went through your life aligned, focused, and not easily triggered because you are in your authentic power? This way of living is possible, and it's easier than you think when you realign with your true self and you love within. You can do this by feeling your own emotions. Allow yourself to heal and grow by feeling your feelings. We all experience situations that cause stress, and often we pack away these feelings and they get stored in our bodies. At a later time, something may trigger us and we feel a surge of emotion, sometimes without even knowing where they come from. Recognize this as a part of the healing process. You don't always have to know why you're feeling the way you are. Giving yourself permission to express yourself and feel the feelings can help you feel more of the energy move through you. So ask yourself, what emotions do I need to feel when it comes to my situation? All right, let's look at number 13. Breathe, this moment matters. Number 13. This present moment is the key to your freedom. Learning how to be present is the greatest path to liberation. When you overthink, you are trapped and cannot reach a solution. The ego will try to convince you that the present moment doesn't matter, that only the past and the future have importance. But this is the trick it plays to keep you frantic. The present moment offers calm, and when you are in peace, the ego cannot exist. You're being asked to free yourself from overthinking the past and worrying about the future by being present in this moment. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, and do this again for a total of 3 times. As you breathe in, you allow more oxygen into your system, which helps you as a purification and grounding support. Your breath can help transform your experience of life. Take this moment to connect with it. Spend time each day focusing on your breath for 3 to 5 minutes and watch how you shift into a more balanced state. When you use your breath to connect to the moment, you also move past your mind's perception and ego worries. Whatever this moment contains, choose to be in it fully and connect to it with deep, nourishing breaths of self-love and gratitude. So whatever you're needing to release or whatever you've recently released, you're being asked to breathe through the moment, because if you don't and you hold on to those emotions, you're going to store them and they're going to come out as a trigger later on. So you have the power to breathe, to connect to the here and now moment, not living in the past, not waiting for the future, but you're free to be in this moment. It says your power lies in your ability to connect to the present moment and see it for what the true gift it is. Start to practice being more present by using all your senses. Go outside into nature and smell fresh grass or flowers, touch the petals or tree bark, take in the fresh sun of the air, see the beautiful blue sky, and listen to the sounds of the birds. Focusing on the moment with your senses is a great daily practice to help you be more mindful. So your question to ask yourself is, how can I focus on this moment and appreciate everything that is well? Okay, and then your third piece of advice is number 21, the Great Awakening. I'm hearing that song, I'm coming home, tell the world I'm coming home. All right, so it says, at this point in your spiritual journey, you are beginning to feel pulled between your old life and the new life that is emerging. You've started to wake up to new responsibilities, ideas, and even dreams. The real you has arrived and is emerging into all that you came to be. Let yourself grow by committing to stand in your truth. This means you honor your own path and you stand proud in your own light. Even if you have been through a part of your growth and great awakening, everything has happened for a reason. You've been preparing for this. The path for wholeness, well-being, and enlightenment can feel lonely if you're growing faster than those around you. This is a reminder that you're never alone. Great love surrounds you at all times. Keep pursuing your passion and living from your heart. The earth needs your light. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and knowing your true self will set you free. So you're being asked to connect to your inner knowing. Your intuition's been very strong, and you're being asked to ask yourself, how can I trust myself more now? That wherever you're going, this recent separation, this walking away, this parting of ways of whatever you've had to do in your life recently, this feeling and emotion that maybe you want to hold on to the past, you still want to hold on to that person and be friends with them. You're not supposed to, because not everybody is meant to walk the journey that you're on. This person is by themselves. So you're being asked to go into the unknown, even though it may feel challenging, it may feel emotional, it may feel hard. You're being asked to step, because this is the path that you're supposed to go on. You're being divinely guided in this path. All right, what's being hidden, number 18? It says your purpose is personal expansion. So let's look at number 18. Oh, I opened right up to the book. Okay. So many of us are searching for the one thing that gives us purpose and it defines us. The life purpose we think we're born for. Consider that life is the purpose. To live your life more on purpose is the entire reward of your personal journey. Let go of thinking your purpose is just one thing or what you do, and embrace the full expression of yourself, which is your personal expansion. Perhaps you're putting extra pressure on yourself by trying to discover and define yourself and fit into a box. But the things you are doing are not who you are. They do not define you. If you feel called to step into a new career, a new relationship, or a new experience, then follow that inner nudge. Trust that there's a bigger picture in your life that you don't see coming. Staying connected to your true self, which is your internal GPS, your intuition, this is going to help you stay balanced, and it's going to align with your true value system. So you're being asked, how can I be more intentional with my choices when I want to live with my purpose? So that is what's being hidden, is you're being asked to align with what your intuition is telling you. You know, all of us have the gift of intuition. It's whether we use it to guide us on our journey or not. And Spirit is wanting you to know that whatever your current situation has been, you have strong feelings and emotions over what you are needing to release. You're needing to heal through that and focus on the present moment. Breathe in and breathe out, and accepting the circumstances for what they are. Whether it was your choice or someone else's, I see that you're waking up and you're aligning with living in the current moment. And that's where you're being guided to. So those that need this message, you're getting this message because this is exactly where you're supposed to be along your journey. Okay, that is what I have for you, collective. I do want to thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you found something that did resonate for you. If you could please like, comment, share, and subscribe, I would appreciate it. If you do want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. Have a great day. Bye.